My name is Amy Lee, and I am the Director of Performance Analytics here at KETTLER, and I've been with KETTLER for 6 years. In my role as the Director of Performance Analytics, my job is to collect data from different facets of KETTLER and make sure that we are providing a full, holistic view of how we are performing as a company at large and provide opportunities and dashboards for our team to review, analyze, and find trends in performance to make sure that we perform at a higher level. Most recently, I've been working really closely with our operation partners and been talking with a lot of leadership members of what information is important to them. So I've been working with sales data, financial data, as well as operations data, such as as simple as occupancy goals and tracking of leases. All of this data together tells us a different story compared to when you're looking at pieces individually. So my goal is to place these all together so we can track trends beyond those individual sections of data. Creating a dashboard is one of the core responsibilities of my role. What that is truly collecting data from the different sources, whether it's our internal management system, web analytics, or even different BI tools, and aggregating that data together so that different members of our KETTLER team can view the pieces of information that they need. When I'm constructing a dashboard for our executive team, it's definitely more at a higher level scale, something that they can quickly address and see if there are any opportunities that they need to dive into more in depth on their phone calls. And then of course, and vice versa, when I'm creating a dashboard more so for our people managers, that's definitely going to be a closer look at individual performance of different properties versus a KETTLER portfolio at large. The goal of creating dashboards is to make those viewpoints to the specific person that is going to be using it. Our goal is to make sure that data reviewing and analyzing is always going to be easier than what you had before. So not only will you be getting the information that you need in one location, but there's also going to be trend analysis for the exact purpose that you're searching for. It really takes away the need for you to kind of dig around in a software to try to look for the answer that might be what you're looking for. Our performance department is going to produce reporting that will give you exactly what you need for the exact issue that you're trying to resolve on site. Analyzing the trends of the data congruently throughout the different departments helps us see a more holistic picture of how things are performing. The way I'm able to support, instead of just looking at sales data in one report, leasing team performance in another, and then looking at our budgeted occupancy versus our actual occupancy, you're kind of piecemealing that bits of information. Where I come into play is actually putting that all together and finding trends so we can actually see where the hiccups in the process are, find out where there are opportunities to support our teams, implement different technologies if that's what the case is, but really find kind of those hitches that we can improve upon because you're actually looking at everything together instead of a piecemeal story. Looking at data is important because numbers just don't lie. They give us the opportunity to see really what the true story is. A lot of times when we're discussing what we think might be going on at a community or what might be happening with a certain area of our work, there's a lot of subjectivity that comes up, which is definitely natural and definitely to be expected. However, again, looking at the numbers is really what's going to tell us what is truly happening. And the way that we construct those numbers together and put those figures together actually gives us a more holistic view of what's working. If you're taking a look at things separately, you're never going to be able to see what is actually working together to be successful. The performance department at KETTLER is quite new, so our future is very bright. We have a lot of different dashboards in the pipeline that are going to continue to help our teams. Additionally, we're doing different case studies with a lot of the different technology providers that we use to continue to challenge them, make sure that we're holding them accountable to the same benchmarks and standards that we keep our teams to as well, and make sure that we continue to push and grow alongside them. Additionally, we are working really closely with the fund at KETTLER. My goal will be to continue to work closely with that new team and make sure that we're making strong business decisions alongside analyzing performance of KETTLER in that area as well. We are truly just at the beginning of the creation of the performance department. We have so many different reportings in the works, as well as dashboards that I cannot wait to share with the rest of our teams. I truly think that the analytics and trend viewpoints that we'll be able to produce for KETTLER is going to really bring a new viewpoint of business strategic decision making.